Hello everybody, welcome back to JC Let's Play. My name is Jonathan Cook, and this is another episode of Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. It's not the official series yet, still just a bit of filler. We have Kale Colossione here. I'm going to give a wave from him. Sitting here in Buskrin Druthers, I believe that's what it's called. Let me bring up the map. Yes, Buskrin Druthers here in the South Shroud of Gridania. Again, Distant World just finished filming a episode of Sambo's Let's Play, and so I figured while I was here, I'd do my own filming and show you guys a little bit. This one's going to be a bit shorter than the other one. We're going to get up and run outside. As you can see, there's still a number of Distant World members here. We have, again, Jinx McNinja, EP Moonshadow, Tanya Waterstrike, and almost Ravager, a number of Distant World members, but we're going to kind of go off on our own. As you can see, Kelk has changed a bit since the last time you saw him. I am now a level 41 Paladin. That's not the sword I actually use, but I like the look of it more than the one that I do if I equip the one that I typically, or that is the most. I mean, it's not a bad looking sword, but it just doesn't fit what I'm going for. And so for the filming, we'll be using my steel longsword. It's only a difference of 5 physical damage, and we won't actually be killing anything today, or so I hope. My goal today is I just kind of wanted to show you guys a bit of the crafting system. And so I'm actually going to go back into this corner here where it's a bit quieter and we're off by ourselves, so I can show you this. And at the same time, I featured a number of things last episode. Showed you the armory system and how to switch jobs and that sort of stuff, but I didn't really get into much detail. So as I said, right now I am on a level 41 Paladin. So in that gear, I currently have my headpiece hidden if I was wearing it. This is a full, with the exception of, well, I guess it's all this is a level 40 set of armor with the exception of my belt, but it's a mithril set with the padded linen trousers. But yeah, that's I'm going to hide my helmet again here. But yeah, so I'm here on my level 41 Paladin, and so I want to show you my crafting. And I believe I should probably check my inventory first. Yes, I do have crafting resources for my armor. And so what I'm going to do, there's a couple ways I can change my class. The way that you kind of start off with is by going into your gear set list, and you can see that I have a number of gear sets. These are all of the classes that I currently have unlocked. Gladiator, Paladin being the job for Gladiator, Conjurer, Pugilist, Fisher, Miner, Armorer, Leatherworker, Alchemist. This little thing, you can see one or more items from this set are missing from my armory chest. I'm going to have to look into that. I'm curious what piece is missing, so I'll equip that. And it just looks like it's his feet. As you can see, he's just kind of wearing his sandals that he would wear if he's not wearing a foot item. But as you can see, just changing was as easy as that, clicking the equip set. However, with the action bars, I don't even have to do that. If I decided to, all I have to do is click on a class and drag it out, and you'll see it creates a hotbar item. I already have Pugilist on a hotbar, but I want to show you Armorer, so that is this one right here on the right hand side. So I'll click that, and it will change over to my Armorer's crafting gear. And you can see he looks very different, has a hammer there on the side. And then to do crafting, all I do is I hit the N key on my keyboard, or you can come down into, oh, where is it? Oh, really? See, I know I should have gone over this before I started filming. I believe it's under logs. Yes, crafting log. And I can open that. I'm not sure exactly how it is done on the PS3, so I do apologize for that. But as you can see, I have a number of recipe levels that I've unlocked. I have completed crafting everything through level 20, even though I am only a level 16 armorer. But you can see the other crafting logs for the various other classes I have unlocked as well. In the same way, if I go back under logs, you see hunting log, which is something we'll cover in a later episode. Gathering log for any of my gathering classes, which I have currently. The ones they list here are mining and botany, and those are both broken into subsections of mining and quarrying for the miner, and logging and harvesting for the botanist. And so you'll see if I go into those, each one has its own list, and since I don't have botanist unlocked, I can't look at that. But if I'm looking for a specific thing, you can see that I can go, okay, I want to mine up some ice shards. Well, for that, I'm going to want to go to Western Lonicea, and it's a level 20 area in Skull Valley, and that's where I'd be able to mine up some ice shards. If I, say, wanted to mine up Sunrise Tellin, I would actually go to the same place, coincidentally enough, or Raw Danburite, the same place. How about I find something that I know isn't there? Zinc ore. Here it gives me 2 places I can go to, Blackbrush in Central Thanalan, which is over by Ul'dah, or Hammerlea in Western Thanalan, back over by Ul'dah. But that's just kind of the gathering log, and in the same way you have, oh, that's Armory Chest, that is not what I wanted to open. You have a fishing log, which is the 3rd gathering class. It's very peaceful to fish. I mean, I know that's kind of cliche to say, but I've been leveling fishing today. I believe I'm level 17, if I open up and go into my classes. Yes, a level 17 fisher, which I just hit just before the filming of the Distant World episode. So within the last hour or two, I hit level 17 fisher, and I thoroughly enjoy it. If I open up my inventory here and go to, you can see the fish that I caught to get that level. I have a number of them there, river crabs and rainbow trout and tiger cod and Leminson anchovies. But we aren't here to look at fishing, we're here to look at crafting. So again, I'm going to open up my crafting log, and I want to choose what I'm going to make. And for this, I believe I should have the materials. I'm not going to have the materials I need for that. This I will have the materials for. So we'll make an iron sallet, or iron sallet. I can never remember. I'm pretty sure it's French. But I could choose to create an iron plate belt, or iron gauntlets, or I could go back down here and decide to create a bronze ingot if I had some tin ore. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an iron sallet. It's a level 19 item, so it's a little higher than my current level at level 16. If I wanted to create something more my level that I knew I had the materials for, I would probably go with something like a bronze buckler. But like I said, we're going to do an iron sallet, or sallet. Again, I'm not sure. But as you can see here, the materials it takes are 1 iron plate, which I have 8 of. You can see NQ signifies normal quality, HQ is high quality, and you can try to control the quality of items that you create, both through using high quality materials and the process of creation. This isn't just a simple sit and crafting system. You have full control. As you can see, I have a number of abilities down here on my action bar. They do have a quick synthesis option. After you have created the item once and you have broken level 10 on a crafting class, you can choose to quick synthesis. If, for example, I went in here and I wanted to create more iron plates, I have the iron ingots for it. Typically with normal synthesize you can only create 1 at a time, but with quick synthesis I could click on that. I could signify, yes, I want to use high quality materials, but I don't have any, and I could put in the number. So if I knew I was going to be doing some crafting and it was a very low level item that wasn't going to grant me a lot of experience anyway, and I knew I needed 30 of them, I could do that and go make myself a sandwich and come back. But as I said, we're going to create this item here. It requires iron ingots, of which I have 54 of. I only need 1. Fantastic. Oh, and I need iron rivets, which I don't have any. So I'm going to be forced to create some iron rivets. So I need to go back through my crafting log to locate those. And most items are going to come after the ingot is created. And so, for example, iron rivets, I can see just here a lot of the supply items, rings, plates, rivets. If I go back into 1 through 5, you can see those are levels 1, 2, and 3 are those major items, and then you get into the actual item creation. Sounds like we have somebody mining near us. Let's see if we can't find them. I think you saw me do a bit of mining in the last episode. Oh, I can't seem to find them. We'll open the crafting log back up and get right back into it. But as I said, I need iron rivets. So I'm going to go in and find iron rivets, a level 14 item that requires just 1 iron ingot, and I'll show you how quick this works. Now, for this, I'm going to attempt to create a high quality iron rivet. So the first thing I'm going to do is use my basic touch ability, which increases the quality. And you can see I have efficiency of 100% and a 70% success rate. So that means I have a 30% chance that I will fail in using this ability. The other abilities I have here are Basic Synthesis, which is your basic creation. Master's Mend, which increases durability by 30 at the current level that I'm at. So as you can see, this item starts with 40 durability, and each action I take will lower that durability. So if it gets too low and I think, oh no, I'm not going to be able to finish creating this item before my durability runs out, I can use Master's Mend to restore durability. There is Steady Hand, which improves action success rate by 20% for the next 5 steps. So with that, what I can do is, if, say, I want to ensure that I'm going to have a better chance of increasing quality, I can activate Steady Hand and then use Basic Touch, and it would increase my success rate from 70% to 90%, or could give me a 100% success rate on my Basic Synthesis. There is Inner Quiet, which grants a bonus to control with every increase in quality. And I'm not going to lie, I'm still learning what control is and how it works. But we'll also see... Or actually, hold on. Let me open that up. Control. Oh, control is just a stat here. As you can see, I have 87 control, and it affects the amount of quality improved in a single synthesis step. So with that, I would be able to... every time I increase the quality, my bonus to control would increase, meaning that the likelihood, or the amount on a success that it moves up would be improved. And there's also Craftsmanship for the crafting classes, which affects the amount of progress achieved in a single synthesis step. So we then have Observe, which is do nothing for 1 step. So what that has the chance to do is, if the condition, say, goes to poor, you could observe and the condition could change for the better. And then there's Rapid Synthesis, which is increases progress, and that's all it does. You'll see the efficiency is 250%, whereas Basic Synthesis increases progress is 100%. So Rapid Synthesis has a much higher rate of increase when used, but you can see the success rate is 50%, so it's a coin flip whether it will work or not. And that ability was just unlocked at my last level. But enough explanation on that. You'll see I also have the Sprint ability that is given to every class regardless. But I'm going to get into this, and so I'm going to start with a Basic Touch. And so we see I just tap that a bit, and you'll see the high quality percentage has gone from 0 to 2%. So we're just going to do that again. And one more time. And now I realize that, oh no, I know that with my Basic Synthesis, I am not going to be able to hit 27 on my progress in 1 attempt, because 1 attempt will lower my durability 10. So I'm going to use Master's Mend, and you can see that my CP, or crafting points, have lowered, and each one of these abilities outside of Basic and Rapid Synthesis costs CP, which is MP or Rage or whatever the certain class has for their abilities. And I'm going to use one more Basic Touch. So we have a 11% chance that this item, if we succeed in crafting it, will come out as a high quality item. So let's do a Basic Synthesis there, and you'll see we got 21 out of 27. We'll do that one more time, and did not fail in creating the item. And we did. As you can see, that symbol right there signifies, that little wave symbol signifies that we created a high quality item. So I'm kind of glad that happened, because that means when I come back in here to create this item, I can show you what that means. Now, generally it will automatically supply, when you go to craft an item, normal quality materials. So you just click Synthesis, but you see here it says unable to craft, you have not selected all of the materials. You can see that on the chat bar as well, there with the link shell chat going on. But if I choose high quality, now I have the required materials, and you can see up here the quality is already now at 159 out of 982. You can also see here the shards that are required to create the item, and shards are given to you through quests or killing enemies or a number of things. As you can see, I have many more earth shards than I do ice shards. I really need to do something about that. But I'm just going to start Synthesis on this level 19 item as a level 16 armorer. And so as you see, I start out with 70 durability, and I have a progress of 68. Now with this, I know that I can't spend a lot of time at my current level trying to increase the quality. So I'm going to start off using basic synthesis to get that up as high as I can, and then we'll see where we're at. So I'm going to start with the first basic synthesis, and you'll also notice I'm using a separate item to craft this. You'll notice my workstation is no longer a hammer and anvil. I now have a pair of tongs and this vise. And if I open up my character sheet, you'll see my main hand item is a bronze doming hammer. I would think by level 16 I should have gotten a new one of those. Maybe I've got one hiding somewhere that I don't know about. And then in my offhand, I have amateur pliers, which are a secondary item that are used to create things like this. And so with that first attempt of basic synthesis, you'll see my durability went down 1, but my progress went up 13. So we'll do that one more time. And we succeeded again. Let's go one more. Looks like we're going to get lucky on this one and get really close. Okay, so I'm going to stop there because, as you can see, I have this window here strictly for my crafting log, and I've been succeeding by 13 at a time. So 13 more would put me at 65. Let's try one more. Okay, 65 out of 68. So I'm really close to being finished. As you can see, my durability is 20 out of 70. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to try with a 70% chance of success to increase the quality of the item. And I succeeded. Now I only have one attempt left, even at 90%, to increase that. So I could use Steady Hand and increase my success rate by 20%, or I can use Master's Mend and maybe increase that quality a bit more before we go in. So I've used Master's Mend. I'm going to use Basic Touch again. Another success. Use one more Basic Touch. Another success. One more time. And, well, we have a 12% chance, 10 durability left. I can't use Master's Mend again, so we have a chance of failing creating this item. If this basic synthesis does not work, we will fail creating the item. So let's see what happens. And we succeeded in creating the item. You see I got 1,712 experience for that. And it wasn't high quality, but it was a success. So a very good round of crafting this time. And so that's the crafting system in a nutshell. Obviously, there's a lot more to it. Obviously, I'm not a level 50 armorer to have all the skills unlocked or anything, but it is. Somebody's pulling a mob over by me. But it is a very involved crafting system, and it's very enjoyable. I've enjoyed it. It's more than just sitting there, setting up a queue, and then walking away. But in the meantime, that is it for this episode, so we'll say goodbye to Kale Classione, and I'll have him give you guys a wave. And in the meantime, this is JC Let's Play. My name is Jonathan Cook. You guys take care, and peace out.